Okay. Hello, everyone. This is SIG Node CI. Today is August 16, 2023. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. So first, let's go on the agenda. We have a couple of PRs from Todd. Apparently, all of them are already merged. Anything else you want to add on this, Todd?
No, it looks like they all, since yesterday, they all got merged, or the last one is approved and waiting on merge. So yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I see interesting discussion on BusyBox cherry pick. What is the final decisions there? Like, are we cherry picking the previous versions?
I think it's okay to cherry pick. Well, so you don't actually have to cherry pick the change to the image, the test image, but since the test image is all stored in the same repository, you can just cherry pick the change to use the new test image. But there was another issue, and it's in that PR that BusyBox 1 through 6 now uses or now provides a sleep call as a shell built in Ash. And we had a test that depended on sleep being an external binary, so I had to change a test to actually call bin sleep instead of sleep to resolve that. So, but yeah, I think it should be okay to cherry pick. I think it was someone from Red Hat that wanted it for one of the other architectures.
Okay, thank you for update.
Thanks. Okay, let's see. Then if we don't have any more agenda items, we can go to test triage. What do I have? Okay, something. Okay, let's see. Release blocking. We have a couple of Krios Ruby one. Looks like Warflake. Let's run. Okay. The other one, it's also the same. I think it's the same that's failing.
Is it what timeout fixed?
Let's see.
One of the PR from Todd fixes.
I think the timeout was for serial tests, and they were not the release blocking ones. They were the
okay
ones.
Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Okay, I'm looking at the failure.
Yeah, I've seen this failure, and I haven't had a chance to look into it yet. But yeah, that's using our new mechanism for lifecycle, container lifecycle tests.
So if I, yeah, both of them are the same failure. Do we have an issue tracking the failure, or is it something we want to track right now? I mean, the flake.
Yeah, I think we should probably track it. Especially because it's considered release blocking test.
Okay. Let's see. There was another one. This one has been failing for a while. Yeah, usually two of these. These to test flaking. This one, I don't know why it flaked once, but it's passing now. Okay. For context, this is using COSDEV. I will update this image this week. So it uses COS beta, which is not released. Okay, let's see kubelet. Everything looks fine. CPU manager test, they have been failing for a while. Same as memory management. You were working on this,
yeah,
if I recall.
Yeah, I was looking into this. I was on PTO last week, so I didn't get a chance to follow up on this. But I think the last set of changes we made did not seem to help. So we need to kind of keep digging.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for the updates.
No worries.
Let's go with summary. Yeah, the swap issues, I guess, it's the same failure. But at least they're reporting as failing now. Okay, it doesn't even show anything. The software serial, I think they're failing. This looks a little weird. Like, I don't know if this is like a test grid bug or why is it showing all of them as running? Because if I go to the test grid, I mean to the pro job, nothing shows up. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little weird. And we have Ubuntu serial as well. Those are flaking. Well, they're passing now. There was a flake a while ago, but looks great now. Okay. See container D. We have a bunch. Really, we can keep these. These ones are on ECS, EC2. Some flakes as well. This. This is EKS. Yes. Okay, one flake, but it's okay. Oh, this was fixed. That's great. Just that summary issue. There are too many test grids in this section. Okay, hard to. Conviction test, performance test. Let's see CRIO. Event that flag is flaky. It seems it's a different test every time. We had a green drum. This is green now. So conviction test they always fail. This is not conformance. It green now. This one has been failing for a while, if I recall correctly. For serial CRIO tests. Okay, dynamic resource allocation. Split. Pressure passing. Passing. On flaky run, it's okay. This is okay now. This is okay. Yes, looking green now. That's good to see. One flake. MPD. This one is, I know the failure of this. It's for known issues. And this is green now, so it's fine. Okay. This is green in general now. Yeah, this is green. Yeah, I think those are all the tests, the critical tests. Is there any other tab that is not in SIG Node that I need to check? If not, we can finish test reaction, go to.
Yeah, if you can quickly go into performance link just to double check.
Performance. That's on the document.
Yeah, in the document there is a curve dashboard.
Okay. Okay, let's see. This is
The CPU of Kubernetes, I believe. And it's stable. If you switch to memory,
it looks good. There was a grace on this. I don't know.
also looks good. And if
It
you
looks fine, yeah.
switch previews drop down into runtime,
Which is one?
no, this one, 2 down from like, right now it's
Oh,
on
yeah, I see
yeah,
now.
runtime.
Okay, it looks stable.
Sergey, I'm just curious if the memory test, are we using cgroup v1 or v2?
I think it's V1. It's a good question. Is there expected any changes in Vue 2?
Especially under heavy load, we expect cgroup v2 to perform better. So I was just curious about it.
Well, and also recently the changes in Secret Secure for the accounting. So actually, we'd expect a little bit more memory because it wasn't being accounted correctly.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a good action item. Maybe not like immediately, Mike, if you can put it on agenda to check what performance is measuring, like whether it's configured for P1, cgroup V1 or cgroup V2. Because ideally, we need to start switching things to V2 and have V2 as the default everywhere.
Yeah, just an item on the current. Okay. Then yeah, I guess that's good for test triage. I
We need
will.
as a board of test, like the project board as well.
Oh, we have open about it. One second.
I can share a link.
Oh, you posted on the chat. Okay.
Just a sec.
It's just. Oh. Okay, there are a bunch of tests here. Let's see. Okay, output Kubernetes is not kubelet serial container the architecture job. We can test no serial node alpha features. Okay. I think this was assigned to you. It's part of an umbrella. This is for sidecar.
Okay. Is that sent to me already?
I think it's already the market under. It already has a reviewer. I mean, it has
Okay.
his review.
Okay. Thank you. Can you put it into PR this review?
Ready.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Next one. Failing flex test on EC2. I don't know if anyone's looking at this. This is like the umbrella issue, right? We have smaller issues.
Yeah, Dim's asked me to create this issue to sort of track the various failures across EC2. Some of them have been NFS version stuff. So I think in general, it's helping to make the tests a little more flexible across different OSs. I'm planning on going back through here and identifying if they've all been fixed. For the most part, I've merged in quite a few so far.
Let's see. This can be in progress. Is anybody working on this fixes? I couldn't find any.
I'm sorry?
I couldn't find any related PRs. Maybe I can move this to progress. Not I'll just move it to the for now.
Yeah, I'm actively working it. I've gotten
Okay.
3 PRs merged for these failures. I think there's like 2 issues left I'm still looking at. But yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thanks. Is it okay if I assign you to this issue?
Yeah, it's fine. I probably should have assigned myself.
Awesome. Thanks. The update Kubernetes staging testing for images. 15. It was an automated change. Okay. I mean, I guess it needs several reviewers. It's a big change. Okay, move it to needs reviewer. Anyone interested in looking into this? It's just bumping the images of Qkins and Qkins and 20. I think that's it.
Yeah, we just don't look at it typically.
We don't look at it.
No, move it to archive. It's typically like so global changes is driven by SIG testing, so we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, it's ready in archive. Let's see second round. I think we have four remaining. Let's see. CI Kubernetes end-to-end node canary is flaky. Yes, this is flaky, but it seems to be stable now, if I recall correctly. Well, it's flaky, I guess. Okay, so you added the test, but it's a different job, right? Okay.
Yeah, this was a failing on a EC2 cluster. It's
Okay.
on my
Anyone
list.
interested in looking into this job in particular? Not all of us need to review one. Well, listen, you just all leave it. Simplify flags for EC2 node jobs.
I wasn't sure on this one. I was going to let Dims review it.
Okay, so there's reviewer. I'm gonna leave that as reviewer. Pod resources end-to-end four-trigger connection. The cleanup facility to make sure pod resource client or your PC is connected before attempting info. Okay, that makes sense.
You can assign to me.
Okay, I'll send you.
Yeah, CC me as well. I'm interested in looking at it.
Thanks again, Jyoti. See something. Make second status check in Fuentes more robust. This is a PR session.
Yeah, I think it's a kernel change some time ago.
Well, it's still GTM. It just needs approval, I guess.
Yeah, move to the column. It's up to you. I might not have permissions for that.
I think it's frozen anyway for the. If I recall correctly, they should be empty now. Oh, we have some more. Okay. Flaky test. Containers less stable when the pod now terminate. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a cryo failure. Yeah, and that's the PR where I'll talk to yeah, and then basically just bumped up the time. And I'm sort of
Okay.
watching it to see if it continues to stay green now. So I can
Oh,
just
that's great. Let me move it then. Disappear technique. Okay. So, sorry for the noise, by the way. Bump the BC Box test version to resolve test failures.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's approved just in the queue to get merged.
Okay. Then let's. I think we can put it on. Last CNI plugins to be 130. Already reviewed. We need an approver. Anyone interested in looking into this?
Yeah, I can review it. Not Hair Commander.
Thanks. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, board is clean now. With that, I think we're half over the meeting, so I'll let Nikita drive the next half.
I'll share my screen. We have around 10 bugs in the triage section. The first one, mount point may be local without calling node publish volume after node rebooting. There was a very old issue in here that is linked, and this issue is similar. So the symptom is remote volumes of the pod are becoming local mount point after rebooting the node. And the issue is triggered by this. Create a cluster, create a deployment with one replica, shut down the node, delete the pod with option force, bring back the node pod is running but it's actually using the node local mount point. It was mentioned somewhere that the issue might be fixed in this and was asked to retry in 127, 128. But apparently there is still that issue. That's why they created this 3 days ago.
I think SIG Node here is just nominally. It's mostly handled by SIG storage.
Okay. So why do you say this is related to SIG storage?
Based on the discussion in the bugs that you just closed, like a reference from here.
Okay. Where is it?
Yeah, all these people, Jay Safran and who else?
Okay. So do we want to change anything here?
Or is it different?
Yeah.
So for this one, I would suggest SIG storage to look at it first.
Mm-hmm.
Remove SIG node and saying like SIG storage please triage first.
Okay. And the status here stays the same?
I typically, like if you do / remove SIG node, I will then remove it from here typically.
/ remove SIG.
/SIG. No, remove -SIG and then node. It's not logical.
Is this correct?
Yeah. And then say like SIG storage can it please triage first.
Do I need to tag here as well?
Just the text. Okay.
This one, pods and image pull back off get stuck there if image fails to pull for long enough. So they have a pod that is stuck in image pull back off. Initially, this was caused because the pull secret was not existing. We corrected that issue. However, by the time it was corrected, much time has passed, and now even though the secrets exist, the image is still stuck. It spends most of the time in image pull back off. It occasionally alternates to every image. Log seems to confirm this.
Do they share a kubelet config?
I don't think so.
In version 124, which is out of support, but
Yeah,
I don't remember any changes in this space.
I think somebody mentioned that you should ask the support at the manage GK first and then log it in upstream in case there is a bug. Because this is specified as a GK version, right?
I don't think it GK specific. Doesn't look like that.
Okay. So do we want to ask for any other information here? Yeah, because I don't see how can we reproduce, see what happened. I think those events have container. Yeah, they have just mentioned that reproduce with whatever information is here, like not have secrets first and then add those.
Yeah, I'm curious how to reoperate.
What should I mention then?
I think there are three pieces. Like if it's an open source, then we need to repro on latest version, like later than 124. And then we ideally need kubelet log and steps to reproduce. I don't feel that there are enough steps to reproduce.
Yeah, there are not enough steps to reproduce. So can I ask for more information here and ask for steps to reproduce?
Yes.
And also if this is reproducible in later versions, right? Is this just a text message that I need to write?
Yeah. And then finally, it will be triage needs information. We will move it to a different column. It's need dash information.
Need dash information. In what versions? The latest ones? Or 127?
At least 125.
Is it needs information?
Yeah, it needs.
The next one is propagated term signals result in kill after 30 seconds, although the termination grace period is 120. They have a pod with processes orchestrated from shell script with SIG-term sent to the pod, SIG-term propagated to these processes. I find that these processes are killed in 30 seconds, although the grace period is 120. The pod itself is killed in 120 seconds. I was expecting nothing to be done until 120 seconds. Processes receive SIG-term or finish gracefully. They have the steps to reproduce here. Entry point. And the process is handling the SIG-term. Your application should be handling the signal to control shutdown. Initial propagated SIG-term. After 30 seconds, the process the pod is not killed. Okay. I don't know. I don't have context either. Do you know?
So typically on termination, we will send SIG term and wait for graceful termination period to finish. So I think it's expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, also there's some interesting terminology in the follow-up. Like they say that the process shut down, but then the pod is not killed. So I think that they're expecting like some life cycle tie to the rest of the pod. Like if the single container dies, and the rest of it should be like reported as shut down, which like maybe they, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what the pod is, but I don't think that's necessarily the case, right?
Yeah, they attach some zip file. I don't know like what is in there.
This is just to reproduce. Not sure if I should be downloading it.
I've seen several cases where if you send a if you send a SIG term to a pod and it doesn't reply, then the CQ comes in. But sometimes the pod is not cleaned up, and I don't know if this is like expected behavior by now. But yeah, I agree. It should kind of expect the pod to be cleaned after the CQ. Now I also know that depending on what the pod is doing, for example, if it's waiting on an NFS server, it can, even if you send a CQ to the process, it will not die because of this. So that might be their case as well.
But that looks like an expected behavior then, right?
If they can specify if that's the case, if they're what happens with the process if it's actually killed with the CQ.
Okay. So what do we want? What's the action level here?
Could you ask the owner if they are using an NFS mount or anything similar that can hold the container from dying after a CQ?
Okay, sure. Sergey, do you have any comment?
I looked at the zip file, and zip file only contains shell files running inside the Docker image. So I would suggest to ask for pod spec as a information that we need.
Mm-hmm.
And based on pod spec, we can decide what next to ask. But yeah, I agree with Mike that after we have a pod spec, we need to understand what is blocking the termination of a pod.
Okay, sure.
You can also say that SIG term is totally expected.
This is correct?
Yeah.
Next one. Management of huge pages memory in Kubernetes cannot be changed or deleted. So management of huge pages memory in Kubernetes cannot provide a method to allocate the huge pages distributed across NUMA nodes evenly because it has below mechanism. Memory manager ensures that the memory which a pod requests is allocated from a minimum number of NUMA nodes. This is unacceptable because there are applications that need CPU and huge pages distributed across NUMA nodes evenly, and in fact, Kubernetes feature CPU manager has provided a method to allocate CPU distributed across NUMA nodes evenly.
This sounds like a feature request for memory manager. I think CPU manager has CPU manager policy options. So perhaps this is a request to introduce something like memory manager policy options.
To be distributed like this one has?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So this is something that we as a community would have to discuss and see if that's something we want to invest resources into. But I don't think there's any immediate action item from our point of view. If someone wants to actually pick this up, that would make sense. But maybe we can just say like it's a kind feature.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For
I wouldn't call this a bug.
yeah, remove kind bug and kind apply kind feature. And for policies like that, do we typically go through CAP process or we
Yeah, we'd have to go through a CAP process.
okay.
Is this correct?
Yeah, and do remove dash kind bug.
Remove.
Yeah, thank you.
Next one, Kubernetes post start hook doesn't show events since 125. So we upgraded from 125 to 126, and after that, every life cycle hook doesn't show the error on describe pod. Older versions would show the error basically, but on new versions, the same pod shows as this. Expecting as older versions, how can we reproduce this? Okay. It's not working correctly. The same pod and other versions are showing up the events. The change is in this. Did we remove something? I'm not sure. So I think like the gist of this is the behavior change. So we were showing errors before, but not now. So are you aware of this?
Yeah, I don't. Is there a part of some PR? Can you look at PR description? Oh, just normalizing life cycles. Okay, so I think what happened is you failed to input message inside a
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we changed it to this, right?
And we can do post start hook failed semicolon and then older message like previous message.
Was there a reason why the message was removed?
I have no idea. I
Okay.
think
Yeah,
it's
the
just
comment is so the
other
secrets won't leak. Like if you have echoing an environment variable or something. If you go back to that diff, the comment said change the 284.
Where?
Line 284.
all right. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I think we can close with expected message.
As we do not want to expose, do we want to write the details?
Any sensitive information
Sorry, say that again.
that we don't want to expose any sensitive information that may be part of this message.
And what do we want to? We want to close this?
Yeah, let's suggest to close it. Slash close. No, yeah, it's fine. You can move to done, but in the comments there, below, do slash close and you close the issue.
Okay. 5 more. Container log max size only works as a CLI option to kubelet. I looked at this. They were mentioning that the parameter is not set via the config file specified, but then the last comment says that it is working as expected, I think, and not reproducible.
Yeah, I've tried this on like 3 different Kubernetes versions and it worked like back to 124, I think, and it works for me every time. I have not been able to reproduce this.
Okay. So do we want to wait for the creator of the issue to respond back or close this?
I think we can close and ask them to reopen if the issue persists.
I'm done. Flaky test. Download API volume should provide containers memory limits. This is a SIG storage job that's failing apparently. Now this doesn't look like SIG node issue then. Okay, 404. Links to this. Storage. Links to failure in Spyglass. SIG storage. This looks like a very old issue. Okay, so where did it change from SIG storage to SIG node? We have a lead that will be related to SIG files, so just commit files. I'm not sure why this was changed to SIG node.
Easy. Let's remove signal for now, asking them to reapply for me.
So it removes SIG node, right?
Yep. Yeah, don't put command and text in the same line. It wouldn't be happy.
Sure.
Thank you.
Pod stays in out of pod state on a scaled out node created by cluster autoscaler. On 126 with cluster autoscaler enabled, with minimum size as 1 and 5, scaled out an application deployment to 350 replicas. The worker node size was of 1 worker node. After scaling the application deployment, pods go to pending state and trigger the cluster autoscaler to scale out to 4 worker nodes. Okay. The pod which cannot be accommodated on the worker node should not have been scheduled on it and should stay in pending state. This would have triggered cluster autoscaler out and the pod should have scheduled on this node. Create a cluster with minimum 1, maximum 5. Is anyone aware of this discussion?
No, not really.
Part of 6 ruling, long discussion. Okay. So what changed here again? Remove 6 scheduling. I think the fix here should be to make kube proxy part of node readiness checks. Yeah, I think there is a question here. Any static pods would cause problems to scheduling, but
Or is it proxy problem again?
looks like they have mentioned here, kube proxy should be part of readiness check is what they are suggesting.
Yeah, making this change is a feature request. I think this may be a duplicate of some older bugs. And um,
But is this cluster using kube proxy as a static pod? The issue says that this is vSphere cluster with VMware OS. I thought those were using Andrea. What is Andrea?
it's some networking thing.
Okay, I think what Antonio is suggesting here that if they make kube proxy as a part of node readiness check, then it would involve um, a lot of checks. I think it would require all the static pods as a part of node readiness check. This would solve scheduling problem, but it will impact node startup readiness.
So the issue with static pods and out of pods message is well-known problems that we have for many years. So I would say just triage accept this bug. We may need to deduplicate it towards some other bugs, but I think at this stage it may not be even a bug. It may be some feature request to change how we treat node readiness conditions.
Yeah, I remember Clayton had a fix for one such issue long time ago though.
Yeah, but it doesn't fix anything completely, right? So and it really depends on how long it take kube proxy or anything network related to start up.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to look for that issue.
I've added an actionable items where I can deduplicate this to other bugs that are related. Sorry, and 3 more issues. This is the same one, I believe.
Yeah, it's the same issue.
Yeah.
Move it to triaged to different column.
Okay. Triaged.
Thank you.
Status reason status and status dot message can be copied between different pod phases by kubelet. In Kubernetes 1.18, we added a custom kubelet soft admit handler. It returns failure until some condition is met. Once the condition is met, it returns success. When upgrading to 123.6, the failure reason and message return from the soft admit handler seem to jump between pod phases. That is transition from pending to running, despite the soft admit handler subsequently returning success.
Does anybody know what soft kubelet admission handler means? We don't have pluggable architecture for handlers.
I'm not aware of it. Apparently, the status changes. Like it was blocked. Soft admin handler returns failure, the soft admin handler returns success, and then it moves to running, but only briefly, and then it moves to reason one. Preserve reason and message provided this is unchanged. Create and register a soft admin handler. Return failure with non-empty reason and message once, and then return success.
So many things wrong with this bug. I think 123 is long out of support. It's the first message, and then we need to understand what the soft admit handlers mean, because we don't allow any pluggability there.
Yeah. Should I ask if this is reproducible in 125 greater than equal to 125 first?
Yes, please. Yeah, and we did some changes around that as well.
Needs information. Is this reproducible? Is that it?
Can you ask what does soft admit handler means? It may be some custom build of Kubernetes.
Okay, I think that's all then. I need to move this to needs information. Yeah, we are done with the bug triage then.
Thank you. Is there anything else for today's agenda? Thank you very much, Mike and Dixie, for driving this meeting. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Bye.